शिवाय ओम नमः 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 शिवाय।
जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी।
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 हंसवहिनी परमासन माता,
हंसवहिनी परमासन माता।
हंसवहिनी परमासन माता,
हंसवहिनी परमासन माता।
वीणा पुस्तक धायिनी, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी। जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी।
जय 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 माता सरस्वती, जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी।
तू ही दुर्गा, तू ही काली,
तू ही दुर्गा, तू ही काली।
तू ही दुर्गा, तू ही काली,
तू ही दुर्गा, तू ही काली।
तू ही
हि माता पार्वती
सकल जगत के पालन करनी
सकल जगत के पालन करनी
विद्या बुद्धि दायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश शेष सब
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 तेरे ही गुणगान करे
तेरे ही गुणगान करे
हम सबका कल्याण करो
हम सबका कल्याण करो माँ
विद्या बुद्धि दायिनी जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
जय 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 माता सरस्वती जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी
जय शुभदायिनी वरदायिनी जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ
जय अम्बे भवानी माँ
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ,
जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ,
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ,
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ,
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ,
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ,
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ,
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ,
जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ,
जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ,
ओ जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ, जय जय अम्बे भवानी माँ।
बोलिए श्री आदि शक्ति जगदम्बा माता के जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म के जय. Cordial welcome, devotees, to all of you who are present here this evening, here at the Mandir, and those who are joining us online. As we prepare for the second session of devotion to Devi Mata, I ask that we all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads for a few moments. We bring our minds to a point of focus. We bring our minds to a point of rest, where we can see that divine form of Devi Mata, that spark of divinity that resides within each and every one. We search inwards, we find that divinity, we find that primary source of energy, Adi Shakti, Devi Mata. And we tap into that source, devotees, and we feel that energy and that divinity coursing through our beings, purifying us and uplifting us as we join together most lovingly and humbly as we chant this praise unto Devi Mata, asking Mother to become pleased with us, to shower her blessings, her mercy. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Guru Charan Kamale Bhyo प्रथमं शैलपुत्रे च द्वितीयं ब्रह्मचारिणी तृतीयं चन्द्रघन्तेति कुष्माण्डेति चतुर्थकम् पञ्चमं स्कन्दमातेति षष्ठं कात्यायनीति च सप्तमं कालरात्रिति महागौरीति चाष्टमम् नवमं सिद्धिदात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तिता उक्तानि तानि नामानि ब्रह्मणैव महात्मनः जयन्ति मङ्गलाकाले भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोऽस्तुते जय त्वं देवी चामुण्डे जय भूतार्तिहारिणि जय सर्वगते देवी कालरात्रे नमोऽस्तुते मधुकैटभविद्रावि विदात्रवरदे नमः रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि महेशासुर निर्नाशी भक्तानां सुखदे नमः रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि रक्तबीजवधे देवी चन्दमुण्डविनाशिनी रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि द्विषो जहि ॐ दुं दुर्गा नमः ॐ दुं दुर्गा नमः ॐ दुं दुर्गा नमः बोली श्री आदिशक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय. Devotees, tonight again we've had a very beautiful puja being done by our principal devotee. A lot of love has been offered. And you can feel that emanating from Devi Mata seated at the Bedi, Devi Mata upon our altar. We can feel that love emanating outwards, that vibration. If we can tap into that vibration, devotees, it can help us immensely in our own lives. Special times such as Navratri, Mahashivratri, etc. These are special days where the energies are different. That our minds become more in tune with praying. It's very much easier for us to apply ourselves into prayer, into devotion. Not that there's a bad time to pray and a good time to pray. But sometimes, especially these times, there's an added incentive or an added enthusiasm, energy that helps us along the path of devotion. And this is why it is important for us to take advantage of the opportunities as it is presented to us. So this evening, before we go into our katha, I'll chant a few verses out of the Bhavani Ashtakam as we did last night, and we'll explain one or two of those verses, and then we'll go into Katha. न तातो न माता न बन्धुर्न दाता न पुत्रो न पुत्री न भृत्यो न भर्ता न जाया न वीर्या न वृत्तिर्ममेवा गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि भवाभाव पार महादुःख भीरो पपाते प्रकामी प्रलोभी प्रमत्ता कुसंसार पाश प्रभना सदाहं गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि पुण्यं न जानामि तीर्थं न जानामि मुक्तिं लयं वा कदाचित् न जानामि भक्तिं व्रतं वापि माता गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि कुकर्मी कुसंगी कुबुद्धि कुनासः कुलाचारहीना कदाचारलीना कुदृष्टि कुवाक्य प्रबन्धः सदाहं गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि। बोलिए श्री आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय. So each shloka ends with that line, Gatistvam Gatistvam Tvameka Bhavani. It means, O Mother, you are my only refuge. You are my only protector. The first line, the first shloka says, Na tato, na mata, na bandhur, na data. We will probably understand some of these words. That I have neither mother, father, brother, son, family members, spouse. Na jaya, na vidya, na vrittir mameva. I neither have any sort of major education, learning, nor do I have good behavior. It says, I possess none of these, O Mother. I possess none of these. You are my only protector. You are my sole refuge. That no matter what devotees, Mother is there for us. No matter what is our state, no matter what is our difficulty, if we can turn to Mother with full faith and love and devotion, There is no issue, problem that cannot be solved. There is nothing that cannot be solved if we can apply ourselves to the feet of Devi, to the feet of Devi Mata. So last night we started a katha where we were speaking about a king by the name of King Surat. And we understood that this king was a very righteous person, a very good person, but also that enemies were created. Enemies were created, even though he's trying to live such a good life. He's trying to be a good person. But enemies came regardless. This is life, isn't it? We are going about our life, we're trying to do the right things, we're trying to do the good things, but still there's enemies. Still there's people who don't like us, who don't support what we do, etc. We find this happening despite our best efforts, devotees. And we have to reflect now. We spoke about this a little bit last night, but it's important so that we can think about what happens in life. What happens in life. It's important for us to reflect on these things, to understand that each and every person is subject to their own line of thinking. Everybody. You all have heard me say this before. 40 or 50 of us in here, and we're all looking at the same things, but we see something different. Our perception is different, isn't it? If we are all asked after the session to write something about our perception, what we have learned, what we have experienced here this evening, without collaborating with anybody else, each person will write something a little different. Because our minds can only process, devotees, according to what we know and what we have experienced. That's the limit of our mind. It cannot process beyond that. For it to process beyond that, we have to improve. You know how the iPhone's always coming up with updates? Right? You have to update the software. We have to update our minds also. We have to bring new information, better information into that mind to allow it to function at a higher level, at a better level, to have better understanding. So this is something important, devotees. So King Surat, he had these detractors, these enemies that came about in his life. And eventually it ended up in a battle. And King Surat was defeated to the point where he lost even his own kingdom. So, feeling from the ruler of the world now to losing your own kingdom, your own, trusted ministers going against you. He had no course. He felt he had no recourse except to leave that place, to leave it and go. So he went on his horse and he pretended like he was going for hunting, and he went into the forest. And this evening, devotees, our katha will begin from that point. After going into the forest, what happened? We hear in these shlokas. Shri Durga Sharanam Mama, Shri Durga Sharanam Mama, Shri Durga Sharanam Mama, Shri Durga Sharanam Mama, Shri Durga
Sharanam.
We can all sing.
Shri Durga Sharanam Mama, Shri Durga Sharanam Mama, Shri Durga Sharanam Mama.
तत्राश्रममाद्राक्षेद् द्विजवर्यस्य मेधसाः प्रशान्तस्व पराकिरणम् मुनिशिष्योपशोभितं बोलो श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
कष्टो कञ्चित् कालं च मुनिना तेन सत्कृतः इतश्चेतश्च विचारं स तस्मिन् मुनिवराश्रमे श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
सोचिन्तयत्तदा तत्र मम त्वाकृत्सचेतनः मत्पूर्वै पालितं पूर्वं मया हीनं पुरं हिता श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा
शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा
शरणं मम.
So King Surat devotees, he mounted his horse, he went into the forest and being very dejected in heart. Imagine one day you're the ruler of everything and next day nothing. You're the ruler of nothing. How we can fathom this? How we can accept this? This is called forced vairagya. Forced vairagya, forced detachment. He was forced to detach himself. He didn't want to. He was forced. So Sanatan Dharma teaches us devotees, Brahmachari, Grihasti, Vanprashti, Sannyasi. 4 stages of life. So the Vanprashti stage is a whole stage of life. It's a whole stage of life where we start to detach ourselves slowly from material things. That camera needs to plug in. Slowly, we have to detach ourselves, devotees. We cannot do it overnight. Can we detach ourselves overnight, devotees? Do we have that strength? Do we have that strength to say, tomorrow I will not be attached to anything material? Do you have that strength of mind, devotees? It's a practice. Sri Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, the one who started the Hare Krishna movement, in a very short time, he came penniless from India. In a very short time, he amassed an empire. An empire. In that he had his own private jet. He had his own chauffeured limousine that used to take him from place to place. He had all these amenities. He had a very wonderful house. And one day he was doing a lecture. And a reporter went to him and said, Swamiji, you're supposed to be a man of God. You're supposed to be a man of God, a man of detachment, yet still you fly around a private jet. You have a limousine to take you from place to place. You have a wonderful mansion, beautiful bed, etc. He says, how is this? Seems to be a puzzle to me, if you claim to be a man of God. So, Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada looked at him and he said, son, do you have a house? He said, yes. He said, is it paid off for? He said, by the grace of God, almost. Do you have a car? Yes. He said, son, if tomorrow you didn't have all of these things, what will happen to you? He said, Swamiji, I'll be devastated. I wouldn't know what to do, where to turn. And Swamiji said, see, this is the difference between you and I. If all of this was to go tomorrow, it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't bat an eye. I would be exactly the same as I am today. So he had everything, all the opulence, all the wealth, but nothing he was attached to. So this concept of Vanprashti, of Vairagya, detachment, is very important. King Surat was forced to detach himself. So his heart was very heavy. His heart was very sad. And as he's perusing this forest devotees, he came across an ashram of sage Sumedha. Ashram of sage Sumedha and devotees. Upon seeing this ashram, he decided to go in. He decided to go in, and when he went in, devotees, sage Sumedha, he welcomed him with a great amount of respect. With a great amount of respect. There's a lesson for us devotees. Very, very important lesson. Can we command somebody to respect us? Not even our children. Not even our children can we command them to respect us. We cannot demand respect, we have to earn it. We have to earn it. We have to do the things that we will earn respect. But here it is, devotees, Sage Sumedha is respecting King Surat. Even though he doesn't know King Surat. He doesn't know King Surat. But he's respecting him. Why, devotees? Because Sage Sumedha, he sees things from a different perspective. He does not see a difference. He does not look down and see a difference. You know, this person is dressed nicely. This person is dressed like a, very untidy. He doesn't see these things. He sees beyond the physical. Beyond the physical, devotees. Very beautiful bhajan we sing all the time, tells us, बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे. That with great love, devotees, we meet all that we come in contact with. This is our advantage, devotees, to our advantage to show love and respect to all that we come in contact with. बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे दुनिया में इंसान रे क्या जाने किस भेष में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे. बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे दुनिया में इंसान रे क्या जाने किस भेष में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे. बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे. chota. Do you see these differences when people devotees? Kaun bada hai, kaun hai chota. Somebody is big and somebody is small. Who have big position, who have big job and so on, who have lots of money, they big. And who don't have, they small. Do you see this difference, devotees? कौन बड़ा है कौन है छोटा ऊंचा कौन और नीचा प्रेम के जल से सभी को सींचा ये है प्रभु का बगीचा ये है प्रभु का बगीचा मत खींचो तुम दीवारे मत खींचो तुम दीवारे इंसानों के दरवाजे रे क्या जाने किस भेष में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे दुनिया में इंसान रे
किस भेष में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे
बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे क्या जाने कब शाम मुरारी आ जाए बन करके भिखारी क्या जाने कब शाम मुरारी आ जाए बन करके भिखारी कहे लौटना जाए द्वार से कहे लौटना जाए द्वार से लिए बिना कोई दान रे क्या जाने किस भेष में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे दुनिया में इंसान रे
क्या जाने किस भेष में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे
बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय क्या जाने कब शाम मुरारी आ जाए बन करके भिखारी who knows when Shri Krishna will come who knows what form God will come devotees what form God will come to us he can come in the form of a beggar did I activate Siri he can come in the form of a beggar devotees in front of us would we recognize him I saw something recently where this person with very tattered clothes appearing to be very poor he went to a big restaurant and he asked to get some food the restaurant owner turned him away I have time for you of course not paying for the food right I don't have time for you so then he went to a hotel again he was turned away then he met a very poor person as well and he said may I have some food please this poor fella he don't have much for himself but he said you know whatever I have we will share I will give you from what I have and he took a portion of food and he gave it to him something to drink A gentleman went and he sat down, devotees. He went and he sat down, and this poor person, looking at him, feeling that sense of, being sorry for him, seeing him in this condition, and glad that he can help a little bit. And as he was watching him, devotees, the beggar turned into Sri Krishna. He was seeing Sri Krishna sitting and eating there, not the beggar. So we do not know, devotees. We do not know when Bhagavan will come to us, which form he will come to us in. Ajaye ban karke bhikari can come in the form of a beggar. So Bhajan tells us, Kahi lauta na jaye dwar se, that when someone comes to our door, devotees, liye bina koi daan re. Do not let them leave. Do not let them leave without giving them something. It's Sanatan Dharma culture. That a guest in our home is like God. It's called a Tithi Yagya, Manushi Yagya. A guest in our home is like God. We treat them like that to the best of our ability, devotees. And Sage Sumedha, knowing this, and knowing the value of this, he welcomed that king, that now disrespected king. He welcomed him with respect. He offered him a place to stay. He said, you can stay here as long as you want. Make yourself comfortable. And devotees, being in that association, being in that environment, it helped the king to calm his mind a little bit. To calm his mind. So our association is very important, right? Association is very important. That if our association is correct, it will help us to go in a good direction. Our association is wrong, it will also help us go in a negative direction. We have to be careful. And the king, he was wandering around, he was walking around in that ashram for some time. And then, devotees, the mind is like this. Say the mind is very chanchal, is very wicked. It wouldn't stay one place for long. So as he was wandering and, feeling that sense of calmness, but the mind went back now. The mind went back now. Instead of reflecting, the ego started to come back to him. And he started to think of all the things that he lost. He started to think of all the things that he lost. He started to think of the attachment to so many things that he had. He started to think about his lost kingdom, which his ancestors had ruled over, and now he has lost it. Do we find ourselves reflecting like this sometimes? What we have lost. What was to be but is not anymore. Or what should be and isn't. You have a common word for that. What is it called? Worries. And it's a common word for that type of reflection. It's called worries. So any thought that we entertain, devotees, that doesn't have a purpose, a positive purpose, it's called worries. It's called worries. Many times you see people sit down and they prop up. Rest in the hand, the head in the hand. When I was growing up, my Aji told us, no, do not ever sit like that. If you have to worry without propping. Because once you start to prop up, everybody knows you're worrying. Right? So we avoid this. We avoid this type of behavior, devotees. So this ego started to step back into the king, into his mind. And he started to worry about all of these things that he lost. And what happened, devotees? Let us hear in this shloka. Shri Durga Sharanam Mama, Shri Durga Sharanam Mama, Shri Durga Sharanam Mama, Shri Durga शरणं मम बोलो श्री दुर्गा
शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
मद्भृत्यैस्तैरसाद्भृतैर्धर्मतापाल्यते न वा न जाने सप्रधानो मे सूरहस्ति सदा मनाः श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
मम वैरेवशं याता कान् भोगनुपलप्स्यते ये ममानुगता नित्यं प्रसाद धन भोजनै बोलो श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
अनुवृत्तिं ध्रुवं तेर्या कुर्वन्त्यन्यमहेभृताम् असंयज्ञव्यसिलाश्रये कुर्वर्भिः सततं व्ययम् श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम
श्री दुर्गा शरणं मम श्री दुर्गा
शरणं मम
King Surat, his mind was taking him on a journey. His mind was taking him on a journey. He was thinking about, those who used to work for him, those who used to work in the kingdom. And he thought, these people, they lack principle. They lack principle. They lack knowing what is correct, what is right. He says, are they doing the right things now? Now think about this, right? He went in the forest. He went in the forest in the sage ashram. But he thinking about what they're doing in the kingdom. Would that change anything for him at this point? Thinking about it, will it change anything for him? Will it help him in any way? No. Are they preserving the kingdom in my absence? All of these things are to go through his head, devotees. All of these things are to go through his head. Are they taking care of my elephant? See, what is talking here, devotees? So, Lisa, when you leave Chico, what has happened? You just worry, right? Yes, think about it, right? So, this is what happens when we have that attachment. We take care, we do what we have to do, duty above everything else. Duty above everything else. But we also have duty to ourselves. The duty to ourselves is to make sure that we are taken care of as well. That we are taken care of. We sit down and worry about everything else, especially if we don't have any control over it. If we don't have any control over it, but we're worrying about it, we are doing ourselves a great disservice. And he's thinking, the ego in him is thinking, they're not going to enjoy like when I was the king, They're not going to enjoy, they're not going to have a good life like when I was ruling the kingdom. Nobody else could give them a good life like that. There's ego talking. I am the best. Nothing wrong to think that you are the best, but don't let ego come. Don't let pride come, devotees. Life is not about who reached the finish line first. It's not what life is about. Life is to make sure we reach. To make sure we reach. You know, some of you driving Honda. Some of you driving Mazda. Some of you driving Toyota. And some driving Ferrari and Lamborghini. So obviously they're going to go faster. We are not all equipped the same way. Understand this. We are not all equipped the same way. We have different abilities, different tools that we're working with. So don't expect to be like the other person. Do your best. Do your best. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Don't compare yourself to anybody, devotees. Because that's a thought that you're wasting. The time you take in to think, boy, I wonder if I had a nice shirt like Devesh. The time you take to think about that, you could think, something about yourself. How can I do something for myself? It's not worth the devotees to compare ourselves and to have that competitiveness, rivalry. Right? When we do our Ganesh Yagya, we speak about this all the time, right? Mudgal Puran tells us that Lord Ganesh, he came in the form of Vakratunda to control the demon known as Matsarasur. Right? Remember that name? Matsarasur. He's the demon of what? Demon of jealousy. Demon of rivalry. You have plenty of that in the world today. Plenty of that in the world today. There was a saying for that, a statement for that, keeping up with the Joneses. Okay? Well, we can't say that here. We have to say something else. Right? A different name. We're keeping up with somebody else. Keeping up with Dean. Right? Keeping up with Harish. Right? So, no devotees. Because if somebody has something we wanted to, I have to have it, otherwise I wouldn't be happy. No devotees. We should not compare ourselves to anybody. But here it is, King Surat. He's engaging all his fanciful thoughts. All these fanciful thoughts, but thoughts that are worthless. Worthless, just simply wasting time. He says, those who followed me and my teachings, what are they doing today? What are they doing today? Devotees, all fanciful thoughts. They may be serving the other kings now. They may be serving the other kings, and who may be spending my wealth frivolously. Boli Shri Adi Shakti Durga Mata ki Jai. Spending my wealth, he have nothing. Spending my wealth frivolously. He lost everything, he had to go. But he's thinking they're spending my wealth frivolously. Devotees, attachment does, a lot of different things. All not good for us. And what happened, devotees? Let us hear in this shloka. Shri Durga Sharanam Mama. Shri Durga Sharanam Mama. Shri Durga Sharanam Mama. Shri Durga Sharanam Mama. Bolo
Shri Durga Sharanam Mama. Shri Durga Sharanam Mama. Shri Durga Sharanam Mama. Shri Durga
संचिता सोदितु खेना शयं कोशो गमिष्यति एतान्यच्च सततं चिन्तायमास पार्थिवः श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम
श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम
तत्र विप्राशम् आभ्यासे वैश्यमेकं ददर्श सः सा पृष्टस्तेन कस्त्वं भो हेतुषागमनेत्रकाः श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम
श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम
शशोकिव कस्मात् त्वं दुर्मना एव लक्ष्यसे इत्याकर्ण्य वचस्तस्य भूपते प्रणयोदितं बोलो श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम
श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम
श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम श्रीदुर्गा शरणं मम. Devotees, King Surat, engaging in these type of thoughts, and when a snowball starts to roll along the hill, and start to roll along, it becomes bigger and bigger, starts to go faster and faster. When we engage in negative thinking, this is what happens. This is what happens, devotees. When we allow negative thoughts to enter into our minds, and we don't check it, we don't stop it, we don't become conscious that I'm thinking negatively. We don't become conscious, devotee starts to become more and more. Starts to become out of control. We ever find ourselves like that, in a state like this? And our mind in total turmoil. We don't know what to do, where to turn. So much problem I have. So much difficulty I have. I can't deal with it. A lot of people in the world like this now. Right? In the last few years, you're hearing a lot about mental problems. Depression, etc. Anxiety. You're hearing a lot about these things, devotees. And why is this? Why is this? Because our minds are constantly going in the wrong direction. When we are allowing it, devotees. People will say, Baba, I can't control my mind. Did we try? Did we try to control it? It's something that we have to work. We have to work at it. It's not going to just happen. It's not like a little child that you tell the child, hey, sit down. Sometimes the child might listen. Sometimes the child may not listen. But the mind is not like this. You cannot tell that mind, hey, sit down. Anybody ever try that? Tell your mind to sit down? How we can get a little control over that mind, devotees? We have to put that mind in a good place. We have to apply that mind in a good way. We have to tell that mind, hey, let's sit down, chant some mantras. We have to tell that mind, hey, come, let's sit, chant a bhajan. You have to tell that mind, hey, come, let's sit and read some Bhagavad Gita. You have to tell that mind, let's read some Ramayana. That mind automatically goes to a good place when it engages in these types of activities. We cannot tell it do it, but we have to encourage it to go in the right way. We have to build that faith, devotees, in that mind for Bhagwan. Bharosa kar tu ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा. When you develop that faith in Bhagwan, devotees, that you will never be fooled in this world. You'll never be fooled by the actions of others, the experiences that we undergo. ये जीवन बीत जाएगा, ये जीवन बीत जाएगा, तुझे रोना नहीं होगा. That the time we pass in this world, devotees, in this life, that we will not cry out of sorrow. We will not cry out of sorrow. Develop that faith in Bhagwan. भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा. भरोसा कर
तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा.
ये जीवन बीत जाएगा, ये जीवन बीत
जाएगा,
तुझे रोना नहीं होगा. भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं. कभी सुख है, कभी दुख है, ये जीवन धूप छाया है. कभी सुख है, कभी दुख है,
ये जीवन धूप छाया है.
हंसी में ही बिता डालो, हंसी में ही बिता डालो, बिताने ही ये माया है. भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा. भरोसा कर
तू ईश्वर पर तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा.
जो सुख आवे तू हंस देना, जो दुख आवे तू सह लेना. ना कहना कुछ कभी जग से, ना कहना कुछ कभी जग से. प्रभु से तू कह देना. भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर
नहीं होगा.
ये जीवन बीत जाएगा, ये जीवन बीत
जाएगा,
होगा भरोसा कर तू ईश्वर पर, तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा। भरोसा कर
तुझे ईश्वर पर,
तुझे धोखा नहीं होगा। कभी सुख है, कभी दुख है। You know what sukh and dukh is? Sukh means? Daniel? Happiness. Dukh means unhappiness. Sukh or dukh. Kabhi sukh hai, kabhi dukh hai. So sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're unhappy. Ye jivan dhoop chaya hai. That is the form of life, devotees. When we're born in this world, the material existence, we must experience the pairs of opposites. So if you're happy, how you know you're happy? Because you're not unhappy. Huh? If you didn't know what unhappiness is, you wouldn't know what happiness is. You understand? You wouldn't be able to tell the difference if you only know what happiness is. So this is the form of life, devotees. Hasi mehi bita dalo. So we accept all with grace. Accept all with a smile. Accept all with a smile. Jo sukh aave to has dena. When we're happy, it's easy to smile, right? When we're happy, it's easy to smile. Jo dukh aave to sah lena. But when we're unhappy, devotees, can we smile? Can we smile that time? But they say turn the frown upside down. When we're unhappy, devotees, Bhajan is telling us to accept both happiness and unhappiness in the same way. The same way with the same face. The same face. When we become unhappy, devotees, who are we harming? Who are we harming? The neighbor? When we become unhappy, who is being affected? Ourselves, devotees. Ourselves. Unhappiness is a toxic feeling, you know that? It's very toxic. We're poisoning ourselves, and that poison is inside. Na kahna kuch kabhi jag se. That do not go out in this world, devotees, to tell people your problem. Be careful. Be careful who you tell the problem to. In this day and age, something happened, pull out the phone. I'm going to call this one, I'm going to call that one, tell them. Whether it's good, bad, and different. If I don't call them to tell them, I text them. Or email them. Or put it on Instagram. Or put it on Facebook. Or put it somewhere so everybody could see. Bhajan is telling us, na kahna kuch kabhi jag se. Do not tell the world your problems. Do not tell the world your issues, devotees. Your accomplishment, no problems. Should you tell the world, devotees? You have to tell anybody. Prabhu se hi tu kahe dena. Tell God. If you want to say anything to anybody, tell God. You know why, devotees? You know why this is a very true saying? Tell me if anybody here has experienced this. That you had a very good friend. And that very good friend suddenly became an enemy. Somebody who don't like you. Anybody ever experienced that? You never experienced that? You never had a good friend that became an enemy? You're very fortunate. Very fortunate. Because people's minds are so fickle in the world today, devotees, that we put all of our, trust and faith in an individual and tell them all your problems and whatnot, everything that is, very close to you. And then all of a sudden their mind turn against you. And then what happens? What happens to all of the things that you've told them? The confidentiality has gone out the door. This is what happens, devotees. Be careful. Be careful. What we do in life. And here it is, devotees, King Surat. He is becoming very, very sad. Becoming very depressed with all these negative thoughts going through his head. And devotees, as you know, these thoughts controlled by the worldly attachments, as he's thinking like this, he saw someone coming into the ashram, someone that he hasn't seen before. And devotees, we will continue tomorrow night as to who is this person and what was the dialogue that took place between King Surat and this individual. Boli Shri Adi Shakti Durga Mata Ki Jai. So at this time we'll engage in the final Havan. So those who are here, those who are home, watching us online, you can join with us as we recite Swaha together. We make the offerings. Pass the water first. Om Mandakinyastu Yadavari Sarva Papaharam Shubham Taridam Kalapitam Devam Samayagya Achmanyatvam Tvayayate Achmanyam Samarpayami. So we all chant Swahas, we make the offerings. Om Shri Ganesh Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Gauri Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Shankar Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Agni Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Kalash Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Varuna Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Mahalakshmi Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Mahavishnu Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaye Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Bhashkaraye Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Chandraye Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Bhaumaye Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Buddhaye Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Gurave Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Shukraye Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Shanishcharaye Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Rahave Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Ketave Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Pranaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Apanaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Samanaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Indriyaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Udanikaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Ishta Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Kul Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Sthan Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Gram Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Mata Pita Charana Kamale Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Panchpal Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Dasdikpal Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Adi Shakti Durga Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Shailputri Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Brahmacharini Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Chandraghanta Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Kushmanda Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Skanda Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Katyayani Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Kalratri Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Mahagauri Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Siddhi Datri Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Navdurga Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Saraswati Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Hanumate Devta Bhyo Namaha Swaha. 10 more offerings. So we join together as we chant the Brahm Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yonah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tat Savitur Varenyam भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। महामृत्युंजय मंत्र। ॐ त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् स्वाहा। ॐ त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् स्वाहा। ॐ त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् स्वाहा। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। Last offering. You have more? श्री सर्वदेवता देव्योभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। May we all stand, devotees, as we take part in the final offering. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Mudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam स्वाहा। बोलिए श्री आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय। सर्व पाप हरम देवम गंगेयम निर्मलम जलम आचमन्य च मया दत्तम गृहान परमेश्वर। श्री अग्निदेवताचमन्यम समर्पयामि। बोलो सत्य सनातन धर्म के जय। So we'll now engage in our final arti. ॐ साजं च वर्ति संयुक्तं वह्निनायोजितं मया दीपं गृहान् देवेश त्रैलोक्यं तिमिरापहम्। भोर भये दिन चढ़ गया मेरे अम्बे। भोर भये दिन
चढ़ गया मेरे अम्बे।
हो रही जय जय कार मंदिर विच आरती जय माँ इधर बारा वाली आरती जय माँ हे पहाड़ा वाली
आरती जय माँ।
भोर भये दिन चढ़ गया मेरी अम्बे। भोर भये दिन
चढ़ गया मेरे अम्बे।
हो रही जय जय कार मंदिर विच आरती जय माँ इधर बारा वाली
आरती जय माँ
हे पहाड़ा वाली
आरती
काहे की मैया तेरी आरती बनावा, काहे की मैया तेरी
आरती बनावा,
काहे की पावा विच बाती मंदिर विच आरती जय माँ तू है चोले वाली,
आरती जय माँ,
हे पहाड़ा वाली,
आरती जय माँ।
सर्व सुने दे तेरी आरती बनावा, सर्व सुने दे तेरी
आरती बनावा,
अगर कपूर पावा बाती मंदिर विच आरती जय माँ पिंदे वाली,
आरती जय माँ,
हे पहाड़ा वाली,
आरती जय माँ।
कौन सुहागन देवा बालिया मेरे मैया, कौन सुहागन देवा बालिया मेरे मैया, कौन जगेगा सारी रात मंदिर विच आरती जय माँ सच्चिया ज्योतिया वाली,
आरती जय माँ,
हे पहाड़ा वाली,
आरती जय माँ।
सर्व सुहागन देवा बालिया मेरे मैया, सर्व सुहागन देवा बालिया मेरे मैया, जोत जगेगी सारी रात मंदिर विच आरती जय माँ, हे माँ त्रिपुटा रानी,
आरती जय माँ,
हे पहाड़ा वाली,
आरती जय माँ।
जुग जुग जीवे तेरा जमुए दराजा, जुग जुग जीवे तेरा जिस तेरा भवन बनाया मंदिर विच आरती जय माँ, हे माँ अम्बे रानी,
आरती जय माँ,
हे पहाड़ा वाली,
आरती जय माँ।
भोर भये दिन चढ़ गया मेरी अम्बे, भोर भये दिन
चढ़ गया मेरे अम्बे,
हो रही जय जय कार मंदिर विच आरती जय माँ, इधर बारा वाली,
आरती जय माँ,
हे पहाड़ा वाली,
आरती जय माँ,
तू है चोले वाली,
आरती जय माँ,
जय माँ पिंदे वाली,
आरती जय माँ,
सच्चिया ज्योतिया वाली,
आरती जय माँ,
हे माँ त्रिपुटा रानी,
आरती जय माँ,
हे माँ अम्बे रानी,
आरती जय माँ,
इधर बारा वाली,
आरती जय माँ,
हे पहाड़ा वाली, आरती जय माँ, आरती जय माँ, आरती जय माँ। बोली श्री आदि शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय। Take flowers. May we all clasp our hands, devotees. We close our eyes, we bow our heads. As we engage in our final pratana to end tonight's devotion, once again showing that gratitude, appreciation for the blessing of Devi Mata, giving us that inspiration, that encouragement, that ability to reach into her place of worship, where we can sit at her divine feet and enjoy the bliss, the anand that comes from being very close to her. To listen to the mantras dedicated to her, to listen to her praises from the Holy Scripture, to listen to the bhajans, to take part, to bring her name upon our lips, to purify ourselves. We humbly offer gratitude at your feet, O Mother. We ask you to accept our humble devotions this evening and to uplift your children, to give us guidance and protection in life, as it's so easy for us to go on the wrong path in life, the wrong direction in life. We humbly pray to you, Mother. Hare Om. Mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam janadanam yata pujitam maya devam paripurnam tarastu may. Om vahanam na janami visarjanam pujam chaiva na janami shamyatam parameshwaram. Tvameva mata shapita tvameva bandhu shasaka tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurmamritam gamaya. He sarva shaktiman sachiranand nirakar nirvikar sarvarhar sarveshwar sarva vyapak antaryami अजर अमर नित्य पवित्र सृष्टि कर्ता को बारंबार नमस्कार है। हे परमात्मा, भविष्य वर्तमान दुखियों का कष्ट हरण करके सुबुद्धि को प्रकाश कर कि जिससे सबका मंगल होए। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरे ओम। We all chant to Devi Mata. Very simple, beautiful words. Namo Namo Durge Sukha Karani. We all know these words. Namo Namo Durge Sukha Karani. That we bow to Mother again and again. She is the one who gives us happiness. Namo Namo Ambe Dukha Harani. Namo Namo Ambe Dukha Harani. We bow again and again to our Mother who removes unhappiness. Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani. Jai Bolo
Jagadamba Bhavani.
Everyone. Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani. Jai Bolo Jagadamba
Bhavani.
Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani. Jai Bolo
Jagadamba Bhavani.
Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani.
Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani.
Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani. Jai Bolo
Jagadamba Bhavani.
Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani.
Jai Bolo Jagadamba Bhavani.
O Jagadamba Devi, Jagadamba Devi, Jai 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 Jagadamba Devi.
Jagadamba Devi, Jagadamba Devi, Jai 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 Jagadamba Devi.
He Jagadamba Devi, He Jagadamba Devi, Jai 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 Jagadamba Devi, He Jagadamba Devi.
Jagadamba Devi, Jai 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 Jagadamba Devi.
Jagadamba Devi, Jagadamba Devi, Jai 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 Jagadamba Devi.
Jagadamba Devi, Jagadamba Devi, Jai 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 Jagadamba Devi.
Jai 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 Jagadamba Devi, Jai 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 Jagadamba Devi. Holy Shri Adi Shakti Jagadamba Mata Ki. Let's say all the voices, devotees. Boliye Shri Adi Shakti Jagadamba Mata Ki. Boliye Shri Mahalakshmi Mata Ki. Boliye Shri Saraswati Mata Ki. Boliye Shri Ganga Mata Ki. Boliye Shri Kali Mata Ki. Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki. Jai 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 Sitaram. Aasan lijiye. Please have your seats. Many blessings, devotees, to all of you who have joined with us this evening. Such a beautiful evening of devotion. And you all have contributed in your own way by being present here, by taking part in the devotion. You have all added that energy to this devotion. So our yajna continues tomorrow night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning. That's the only morning session. And Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday is Shri Ram Navami. After this, we will conclude our yajna. And do not forget Shri Hanuman Jayanti on the 23rd of this month. It's also a Tuesday, so we'll be having evening session. And Shri Ganesh Chaturthi on the 27th. We'll also be having a small bhajan session along with this program. So please keep this in mind, and we're asking as many devotees to come out and support this venture for the Mandir, as it is the first, I wouldn't call it a major fundraiser, but bigger fundraiser than we've been having since COVID. We haven't had anything major happening, so just little things here and there we were doing, but we want to get back on track with that. So this will be our first foray back into fundraising activities. So please come out and join with us on the 27th. Puja will start around 10 o'clock, and then bhajans will start maybe around 10:30. So maybe 3.5 hours or so of bhajans. So, you can feel free, come spend the time with us and enjoy, the vibrations of the bhajans, kirtans that will be offered. So once more, devotees, God's blessings to all. To those who are joining us online, until tomorrow evening, Jai Jai, Sitaram.